There's a guy on the internet, TikTok, whatever. He starts his videos by pouring water into a cup. I guess I start my audio by a couple of trains going by. Some people think I'm autistic. I'm just observant. There's a difference. I spent an entire year being trained as a journalist, and that journalist instinct has stuck with me ever since. It has nothing to do with autism. Just straight observe. Burr effect. I may sound like a weirdo, listener, reader, whatever, but as you can tell, I've trained myself not to say or or whatever. I just stop and wait for the thought to come into my fucking head, or I just stop saying what I really want to say. Either way, and anyway. There's a lot of racist shit on Twitter about Canada right now. Or actually, no, there's a lot of racist Canadians on Twitter right now. And something I just noticed is, I guess maybe it's just this one time. I'm not going to mention it. Never mind. I was just gonna say, what the fuck? I'm still at the same park from last episode. Still have the Chinese herbs. Starting to burp. I may throw up, but that's okay. I like throwing up. It's like a cleansing. It's like a good shit. By the way, I guess I should have said this podcast is not safe for work. It's actually really not safe for after work. It's not safe for listening to you driving home from work. In fact, I would not associate this podcast with your employment whatsoever. My entire intention isn't to tell you the story about Grace, Betty, or the School of Comedy. My entire intention is to convince you to quit your job and do what you love. And to that, I'm going back to reading alternate endings for the movie, which is now really probably going to be a series. However, when I thought of these, it was more movie-like. A series doesn't really have an ending. Especially in this movie, it basically ends when David, Grace, and Betty meet in real life. And either Betty rejects David, or they have some big romantic moment. And the train goes by. Alright, alternate endings for the School of Comedy. I should reread DVD. I should reread the first one, The Perfect Asses, but I don't have it handy. So tough shit. Alternate endings. Number 2, binocular sniper shot. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace stroll down the alley, hands clasped, perfect asses bouncing. The camera zooms in, then shifts to binocular view. 2 circles framing 2 perfect asses. The view pans up to the back of their heads. Suddenly, a sniper's bullet rips through both their necks with one shot. They drop together, blood gushing. On their grounds, they try to speak, but blood fills their mouths. Grace choking. I love David gurgling. You. They drown in each other's blood, eyes locked. Cut to black. Fade to white. I've used this joke before, but I'm going to use it again. Every once in a while, a train from one of the different lines, not the line that I live nearby, but one of the other lines, I don't know what the fuck it's called, comes by on what I call my line. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here, train? You don't belong here. And you're just as squeaky as the rest of them, so fuck off. Number 3, UFO Love Fest. Exterior alley behind David and Grace's house. David and Grace walk the alley, hand in hand, perfect asses in view. They stop, glance up. David, telepathically, ready? Grace, telepathically, always. A private UFO hums down from the clouds, landing at the alley's end. They climb in. It shoots 10 miles above Earth, turns transparent. Earth glowing below. They make wild, passionate love. 2-3 hours, or minutes if it's the first time. Perfect asses pressed against the glass. It's not really glass, it's transparent metal, but close enough. Fade to black. Or pixelated. Don't really want an R rating just for that one last scene. I'm not sure if there's even any. I don't think there's any sex in the movie up until this point, but I actually haven't included one scene yet, which actually doesn't really have sex in it either. God damn, this sucks as romantic comedy. Number 4, UFO shot down. Exterior. Number 4. Chinese powder is getting a little strong. 4. UFO shot down. Exterior. Alley behind David and Grace's house. Date. David and Grace stride down the alley. Hands locked. Perfect asses swaying. They telepathically call their private UFO from the clouds. It lands. They hop in. Fly 10 miles up. Before they can fuck, the U.S. military jet blasts the UFO from the sky. Wreckage crashes to the ground. Cut to. Wow, a crow just flew by and shit. If he had waited 10 seconds more. Well, I'm glad the crow shit, because if he waited 10 seconds more, it would have hit a little girl or her dad on the way to a birthday party in the park, holding a birthday gift. Probably landed right on her poor little head. Dad would have to take her to the washroom, wash it out. Cut to interior military compound prison cell years later. David and Grace, battered, tortured, sit in a dank cell. A rope, woven from years of Grace's discarded black hair, hangs from the ceiling. They use it to hang themselves, dead. Fade to black. 5. Grizzly bear and rats. Exterior, alley behind David's house. Day. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace saunter down the alley, hands together, perfectly fat and round asses in frame. A random grizzly bear bursts from a neighbor's backyard, mauls him to death, claws tearing flesh. They collapse, blood pooling. Before the bear can taste their perfect asses, a horde of rats swarm in, eating their bodies, gnawing those flawless cheeks to nothing. Cut to black. Number 6, Forgotten Child. This isn't worth $5 a month, I don't know what is. Number 6, Forgotten Child. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Date. David and Grace walk the alley, hands linked, perfect asses swaying. The camera zooms in. The screen shrinks to a pinpoint on those asses. Just before it fades, a child, 5, teary, runs into frame. Child, crying. Mom, Dad, you forgot me again. David scoops up the kid, smirking. David, sorry we forgot you, dear. They reluctantly take the child to the park, nearly forgetting to bring them home. The illusion shatters. True love doesn't equal good parents. Fade to black. Number 7, earthquake collapse. Now I'm just starting to reach, but what the fuck. Oh, I'm sitting at the perfect spot, apparently. There's going to be Dad's bringing their daughters to a birthday party. Sorry, listener. She was singing to herself, the little girl. She walked by, but she shut up. I tried my best. Send me a better microphone. $5 a month. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace walk down the alley towards their favorite park, holding hands, their perfect asses still swaying. Overhead, a train roars on the elevated track. David voiceover. We walked this alley so many times, so many months, so many days, so many hours. They pass under the train. A rumble shakes the ground. They glance up. Another noise. No big deal. Grace, smirking. Loud today. Suddenly, the rumble intensifies. An earthquake. The track above them cracks, then collapses. Tons of steel and concrete smash down, crushing David and Grace instantly. Their perfect asses flattened under debris. Cut to black. 8. Tsunami drowning. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. By the way, this could happen because it's right by a river, so, all this is possibly true. Could happen. You look unlikely. David and Grace stroll down the alley, hand in hand. Their perfect asses in frame. The camera zooms in, tight on them. David, voiceover. Perfect asses, hers and mine. Nothing beats this. Grace pulls out her phone, sticks it in her back pocket. The top sticks out, ruining her perfect ass silhouette. Camera zooms to the screen. An alert. Tsunami warning. It's off, unnoticed. They reach the park entrance. A massive wave crashes in, swallowing them. They clutch hands as water fills their lungs, drowning together. Number 9, RCMP tax bust. Exterior, alley. Behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace walk the alley, hands locked. Perfect asses bouncing. The camera shrinks to a pinhole view. Just those asses, as romantic music swells. Suddenly, the pinhole zooms out. Red lights flash everywhere. A swarm of RCMP officers block their path, guns drawn. RCMP officer number 1, hands up, now. Dream. David raises his hands. Grace stands still. Officers rush him, slam him to the ground, cuff him tight. RCMP officer number 2, stay there, motherfucker. Gonna pay your taxes now, cocksucker. Alright, cute kid day at the park all of a sudden. I think everyone's trying to get this last bit of sunlight warmth. One day Grace and David would go to the park, take photos of little kids for free. RCMP officer number 2. RCMP officer number 2, stay there, motherfucker. Gonna pay your taxes now, cocksucker. Grace, calmly. I paid his taxes for him. Check the records. RCMPC. It's probably a lot of squiggly RCMP officers that pretend they're not squiggly. And anyone who thinks putting a squiggly line on the flag desecrates it, then what about all the police officers that do with a thin blue line? Which is it? Coppers. Especially squiggly coppers. Just take that blue line and make it squiggly. It'd be hard to get mad at a squiggly blue line. RCMP number 1, shut it, we got her, man. Nobody cheats fucking something. Trudeau. The drag gave it off, ignoring Grace. Her perfect ass stands alone. Fade to black. 10, pregnant fade. Exterior alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace walk the alley, hands clasped. Walk the alley, holding hands. Perfect asses. In view, romantic music plays soft and sweet. The camera lingers on their asses. Then they turn to face each other. Grace is very pregnant. Huge belly jarring something. Drawing against her perfect ass, David grins. David voiceover, even 6 months in, still perfect. Talking about her ass. Just didn't get that, listener, viewer, reader, podcast book purchaser. Just gonna have to call out every single revenue stream. North Face. Camera pans up, past her enormous belly to their faces. They kiss, long and tender. Fade to black, telecard. End scene. It's over, beauty. Oh, still got more. Actually don't know how many of these I wrote, but find out. 11, coughing cut. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. David and Grace saunter down the alley, hands linked, perfect asses front and center. The camera zooms in, locking on them. Grace starts to cough. Her ass jiggles. Too much. No longer perfect. She pulls out a cigarette, puffing mid-cough. should go water down this coffee channel Chinese herb mixture. I won't fake puke even though I could. Director, on screen, cut. The production crew groans, milling around. Crew member number 1. Fuck, we gotta shoot this again? Really? Crew member number 2. Crew member 1. Fuck, we gotta shoot this again? Really? Crew member number 2. This is our goddamn fucking ending. The best we can do? 2 perfect asses? Grace keeps coughing, smirking. David shrugs. Cut to black. 12. Ass grabbing montage. Grok, search the DSM-5. Find out what the condition is. For a man obsessed with writing about perfect asses. Thank you, Grok. By the way, listener, I think this is exactly how AI should be used. As a servant. As a word servant in this case. Personal assistant. Since nobody else has the balls to do it. 12. Ass grabbing montage. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. Dave and Grace walk the alley, hands together, perfect asses swaying. The camera zooms in and then cuts to outtakes. David sticks his hand in Grace's back pocket, grinning. He grabs both cheeks with both hands, squeezing hard. One hand on one cheek, the other hand on the other, refusing to hold her hand. David's a dick. David's a dick, laughing as Grace rolls her eyes. Montage ends, they stop, still holding hands, oblivious. I don't even understand that one. Fade to black. 13. Thong chaos. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace stride down the alley, hands locked, perfect asses in view. The camera zooms in and then flips to outtakes. These really aren't endings. This is just a whole bunch of outtakes now. Which would be perfect for the end of a movie. It's almost like all these alternate endings could be outtakes. What an idea. Imagine coming up with that idea. Sitting on a park bench, drinking some mystery Chinese herb. David and Grace stride down the alley, hands locked, perfect asses in view. The camera zooms in and flips to outtakes. David pulls Grace's thong up, wedgie style. Grace pulls David's thongs up, giggling. David pulls his own thong up, posing. David, no thong, pulls his pants down, bare ass out. I'd never do that. I'm going to sell the first picture of my ass for $1 million. David, no thong, pulls his pants down, bare ass out. David tries to pull Grace's pants down. She slaps him. They kiss, then fall in love all over again. Barf. Laughing. Montage ends. Back to their walk. Serene as ever. Fade to black. 14. Sister Smackdown. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace walk the alley, hands clasped. Why the fuck did I ever say that? Hand in hand. Perfect asses jiggling. The camera zooms in. Then, director, on screen, cut. Fucking Mel's doing a lot of cuts. Grace's sister, 20s, sweet, runs up, touching up Grace's makeup. David leers. David, maybe we need a body double. Your ass is almost as good. Grace slaps him, punches his arm, aims a kick at his nuts, misses. David, wincing, I get it. She's but a pale comparison to you, Grace. Though she's kinda cute, very sweet, kind, loving, helpful, patient, everything you're not. Grace glares. Her sister scurries off. Cut to black. Outtake or alternate ending number 15. Iris's DP dilemma. Exterior alley behind David and Grace's house. Day. David and Grace stroll the alley, hands together, perfect asses jiggling just right. Did I say wiggling last time or jiggling? Perfect asses jiggling just right. The camera zooms in. Then a tugboat honks, loud and dumb, screwing the audio. Director on screen. Cut. Iris, 28, fierce, David's daughter, Grace's stepdaughter. The DP throws her hands up. Iris, fuck. Do I really have to take this shot? I don't want to shoot my dad's ass and his new wife's ass over and over again. It's wrong. The crew sighs. David winks at Grace, oblivious. Cut to black. I guess we got more. I thought that was the last one. 16, bouncy boobs hoodie. Exterior, alley behind David and Grace's house. David, 60, still ruggedly handsome, and Grace, 30s, still exotic, still pretty. Walk down the alley. Perfect asses. Can't do swing. Perfect asses. Mingling. The camera pans around quickly. Grace's perfectly bouncy boobs steal the show. Then David's own jiggling man boobs. Harry, under his open North Face hoodie. Just as most men would get excited, the camera pans up to David's face. He smirks, closes the hoodie, hiding those bouncy boobs. Oh, I get it. They're David's boobs all along, not Grace's. Took me a while to figure out my own writing. David, muttering. Muttering. Not today, fuckers. Fade to black. Alright. Fuck. 27 minutes. But since the previous one was extra long, and at the point that I'm recording this, nobody has given me $5 fucking, even though I made you all laugh. Don't feel guilty about it. I wouldn't have trouble sleeping tonight. End recording. I've learned my lesson not to say the recording numbers, I think. Even though I think this is 17, but I'm not sure. End recording, David J.